YouTube world, back at it once again. Instant Classic 8. WWE Roadblock was last night, so I'm going to come on here quickly and talk about it. This was a live event house show from Toronto, but they actually turned to a WWE Network exclusive. Again, I've been saying this for a while. This is the type of stuff that they should be producing on the regular, especially like the weekend stuff, not Sundays, but the Friday and Saturday special shows, house shows from the big markets and whatnot, Toronto, LA, New York. They should be doing this on the regular. So this was very cool to see. This was put together with very, very short notice, I would say, and the show turned out to be very fun. The last time they did this was the MSG show from October of last year, and that show was there was nothing worthwhile in that. This one actually was very fun. I'm actually going to probably go back and watch this again. Nothing was blow away, but I thoroughly enjoyed watching this show. Opened up with New Day versus the League of Nations for the tag titles. This wasn't as good as their match they had on Raw with Jericho and Styles, but I enjoyed this. They have that new they have that new T-shirt, Booty O's. I just don't know who's gonna buy that thing. It's just so much merch with these guys. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do at WrestleMania. But either way, this was a Raw match. New Day retained the titles. I don't really see them losing the titles anytime soon. Jericho versus Jack Swagger. Jericho came out and cut this anti-Canadian promo, which when it first started, I just didn't think it would go over well with Jericho being you know, he actually being a Canadian. I didn't think it would go over well, but hey, the crowd was booing him, and he got a couple good lines in there, and I thoroughly enjoyed this. Against Jack Swagger, this was just a match to get Jericho over, I guess, even though, this was a match that you would see at a house show. I thought it was decent. Jericho ended up submitting Swagger with the Walls of Jericho. With the Walls of Jericho. This was a decent match. Then we had the NXT Tag Titles. Enzo and Kaz. Enzo Amore, Colin Cassidy versus The Revival. I hate that name. I think a lot of people hate that name, but it's just really bad. The Revival, Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder for the NXT titles. This was, it was my match of the night so far, but this was really good. I really enjoyed this. I was curious on how the crowd would accept an NXT title match, NXT guys on this WWE produced event. But I by the end of the match, the crowd was really into it. They were into the near falls. The Revival ended up retaining the tag titles. I think they're facing, what is their name? American Alpha. That's Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. I think they're facing them on the next TakeOver show in Dallas. That match should be fantastic. I expect Jordan and Gable to win the tag titles there. But this was very fun. Enzo and Cass, I'm pretty sure they're on their way to the main roster. With the entrance, I mean, that's their bread and butter. I wouldn't say their bread and butter. I like them in the ring, but as long as they keep that entrance, they're going to be fine on the main roster. People like to sing along and chant along, and that's an easy thing to chant along to. Charlotte versus Natalya, hastily made match. They actually booked this with the Women's Championship, the Divas Championship being on the line. This was a very good match. These two had a match. They brought it up. I don't remember. TakeOver. I don't remember which TakeOver event it was. It was sometime last year. The finals of the tournament to crown the NXT Women's Champion. Natalya and Charlotte had a match, and I thought that match was insanely good. This one was very good as well. Charlotte ended up winning. She ended up, I think, won by roll-up on Natalya. Either way, I would love to see these girls have another match. This is very good. Brock Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. I guess they made that early on today. They made it a handicap match. When it came down to it, it started off with Bray and Brock. As soon as the bell rang, Bray ended up tagging in Luke Harper, and Bray went to the outside and just stood there. He never got in a match. Luke Harper got a little bit of offense in, but you know how these Brock Lesnar matches goes. He took advantage. Suplex City, hit him with F5, match is over. I guess they're saving Brock and Bray Wyatt for, I don't know, Extreme Rules or SummerSlam or something. I don't know. This was a squash. Stardust. Stardust versus Sami Zayn. This is a house show match. This is something you will see at a house show. This was okay. I really wasn't into this. Even with Sami Zayn, I wasn't into it. I thought that Owens would come in and interfere, but I guess he was on the other house show that they had that night in New Jersey, I think it was. This was an okay match. Sami Zayn ended up winning with the haluva kick. There you go. Then the main event, Triple H versus Dean Ambrose for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It started off slow. I was I was definitely not feeling it at the very beginning, but they ended up having a really good match. The finish saw Dean was trying to run on the guardrail to do a flying elbow to Triple H, who was laying on the table. Triple H moved out of the way, crashed and burned Dean Ambrose. Referee started 10 count. Dean Ambrose got in right at the count of 10. But as soon as he got in, Triple H hit him with a pedigree and ended up winning. I really enjoyed this match. I hope the Reigns match is better than this, but I'm not saying this is like an all-time great match or anything, but I really enjoyed this. Wouldn't mind seeing them wrestle again, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. So this show was fun. Very fun show to watch. In my opinion, what they should do is they should completely scrap the February pay-per-views, Fastlane. Get rid of that. You have the Royal Rumble, and then the next pay-per-view that you have is WrestleMania. But in between, you can do one of these shows like this, but make it like almost like a super show, like really good matches. And that way you have that, that nice build from Royal Rumble to WrestleMania. That's just me. But either way, very fun show. I recommend you check it out if you haven't. Now we've been on the road to WrestleMania, but WrestleMania is like 3 weeks to 4 weeks, something like that. It's coming up soon. I can't wait. I got a lot of stuff planned. I will do a video soon talking about that. But yeah, let me know what you think about this pay-per-view. Until then, I am Instant Classic 8. Peace.